The universe. Fell in love with the universe. Tapped in with the universe. Had to do it with myself first.
And one of the things that I did, and it was not necessarily something that was suggested by the occupational therapist or any of the doctors, but just innately, and if I have to go back and could show it to you, I got stacks and stacks of notebooks from when I was fresh out the hospital, because I'm literally every morning I'm waking up, saying my prayers, and I'm writing a list of things that I'm grateful for. And
that still works.
And that was one of the big things, and a constant reminder of what had occurred and what I went through, and coming out on the other side and recognizing things that you have to and should be grateful for.
So we're gonna have to ask the juicy questions. Okay, we're gonna have to ask the juicy questions, and this is important because you have, Red Pill, you have all these guys out here saying, how did you keep your ego in check when you had to take the back seat and let Amber lead the way until you were able to be, where you needed to be and feel confident?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or brush my own shoulder, but I made a wise choice in a wife.
Ooh.
I just did.
Ooh. There you go.
Real talk.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. Yeah.
So you were able to check your ego and feel confident, and like, she's taking the lead, and I can.
And she still does. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's nothing wrong with that. I think that's amazing. Well, also, during that time, what were the steps that you took to start rebuilding your practice? Let's talk about that. So it's like, okay, you overcame this, you got your memory back, you had a great network, you chose wisely with a woman.
That's right.
That's very, very important. Do you have any tips for these young men on how to choose wisely?
Oh man, boy.
Give me five hot tips on how to choose wisely from a man who's been through.
I don't have 5 tips, but I will tell you what my grandfather told me.
Okay.
And what he told all his grandsons, and what was even a part of my vows at our weddings. Like, if Jack Stiles was here today, he would approve. Mm-hmm. What he told me, he told my brothers and my cousins, was when you find a wife, you will know that that's your wife because she's these things. She's smarter than you. She's more attractive than you. And she's from the South. And women from the South have big hearts and know how to love. So, hey, make sure she's more attractive than you. Make sure she's smarter than you, and make sure she's from the South. And Amber's from Southern California. It's not the real South, but yeah.
Because I was gonna say I would feel away being from New York, but you know what? I've been here long enough to where I traded, my Timbs, so I let them go. I let go my apple for my peach, and then I put Timbs on the peach. So now I'm good. I'm with you.
Understood.
I understand. That's some good advice. So, what did you do to start building up? So, like, how'd you get your first case back? You were painting, and you like, you know what? I'm ready to get in the game. Put me in the game, coach.
Well, I think it really speaks to the testament of doing good work for people, mm-hmm. and building good relationships with, mm-hmm. both clients and people who are potential referral sources. Whereas, clients that I had for the 6 months immediate before I gotten ill to a year, they're coming to me saying, hey, man, what's going on with my case? Well, I'm not at that firm anymore, man, but talk to such and such. They'll take, mm-hmm. care of you. And they ended up coming back around to me because they felt more comfortable with me.
Nice.
And then you have, the same thing. And when they had individuals who were close to them who were injured or had business disputes, talk to Stiles. Wow. So that's always been just a good grassroots marketing strategy that I had put together years ago about just doing good by people and showing them that you appreciate them trusting you, and that has sustained it. I have yet to do an ad, to make a formal announcement. I don't even have my website up.
Wow.
But I have loaded cases.
Wow.
Loaded.
So let me ask this then. What case was like the comeback case? Like, what case did you get where you was like, what's the movie Trading Places? No. It was Coming to America when he was like, Mortimer, we're back. Like, what was that case? And you knew, like, I'm here. It's time to get going.
The first big case off top was involved a client who had been turned down by several attorneys and told that, hey, they have this thing in Georgia which is called an act of God defense, where if something happens involving trees or lightning and stuff like that, it's deemed something that the property owner did not have any foresight of and cannot be held accountable. So this case comes along. I said, okay, well, let me take a look at it. I say, I disagree with what all these lawyers are saying and what these other the news anchors are saying on TV. Let me take a look at it. Sent out my demand letter and tendered the full policy limits, multi-million-dollars. So yeah.
Wow. So and you recently were in an AJC and you've been retained. Let's talk about that case that you've recently been retained for.
Yeah, that one.
I know you can't, give specifics, but like, how did they find you? How did the relationship come about, basically?
And that speaks directly to what I'm saying about doing good work for other clients and then them reaching out to you. This involves my alma mater, my law school alma mater, UGA, of course. 2-time national championship.
Shout out
back
UGA.
to back. Oh, man. And the unfortunate circumstance where one of the players, Devin Willett, he dies after the parade ceremony in the car accident. And the way I was connected to his father was through one of the former strength and conditioning coaches at UGA, who's not there anymore, but I did what? I handled a car accident case for him.
Wow.
And he said, hey, holla at my man Stiles.
I think this is huge, to even just point out relationships are key in business. Having good relationships, doing good work, having a good name, and then, also getting them wins up, making sure that you have those wins. Have you ever taken a case where, you're like, I don't know, but you still persevered and it still worked out?
You reading my mind? So since I officially hung my own shingle, which is right at the start of the COVID pandemic, the first lawsuit that I filed, I just resolved it. What's that? April 3rd, I think. Wow. And so you're talking about, traditionally when you file suit, you're talking about a year to a year and a half before a judge or a jury. COVID has backlogged that. And so get called into trial on this case. Client was one of my high school friends.
Wow.
She only had about $5,000 in medical bills. The insurance company offered us $8,000 to settle. Said that's not going to cut it, and I'll see you in court. And so we go try the case. The judge was very happy and said this was the shortest jury trial she had in about 10 years. And despite the fact that the insurance company put a minimal value on that case, I got the jury to return a verdict of over $35,000.
Nice. So perseverance, sticking it out to the end. And, not every no is a no. Sometimes a no is a delay. It's not necessarily a no, but it's a delay.
So let me cut you off real quick, because that sparked something in my memory that I think is critical for everybody, men and women, young and old, to really recognize and take hold of in terms of their professional careers and how they operate and how they perceive things. I've been fired from 3 law firms now. Going to law school and starting practice, I never thought I would be saying that. It's like, huh? What? I'm a good guy. I'm a good lawyer. What the hell? Yeah. And you have this understanding of the course. You go to a firm, you bust your ass for 7-8 years, and you make partner. That's it. Nah. Every time I was fired, it was in fact a promotion.
Won't he do it?
It just was.
Won't he do it? Rejection is protection, but it's also your setback for your comeback.
Absolutely. Every single time. I've gone to a different firm, and now my own firm where it's more freedom, more financial security, more success. I mean, it just is. So every single one. So yeah.
Wow.
So don't look at those terminations and you being fired as a failure. I mean, it hurts, but in real talk, looking back at it in hindsight, if you're looking at the numbers,
you like, thank you, thank you for your goodbye.
Thank you for your goodbye.
Thank you for your goodbye. Thank you for your goodbye. Like, thank you for your goodbye. And it's funny because even T.D. Jakes said that one time in one of his sermons where he talked about if you live long enough that you'll thank God for the no's. Right. You'll thank God for the doors that he closed in your face that wasn't for you because he has your mind is here, but he has something so much bigger here for you. Be appreciative of the no's. So finding that balance, at the time, yeah, it hurt. At the time, it sucked. At the time, you might have felt that doubt, but again, you had a good network and you knew within yourself that, hey, I'm still a winner. That one moment or that one situation doesn't define who I am. That's right. And that's really huge. Now, let's talk a little bit about your practice. And now that, you have case overload, are you accepting new clients? Or
it depends on the case.
Okay.
I have been accepting new clients, and whenever I get a referral that's from a former client, I have to say yes. Take it on,
Understood.
Because that's been the business model that has sustained me thus far. So if that's the case, then I'm taking it on for sure.
Nice. I would like to give a special thanks to today's guests and sponsors. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Stay tuned for the next episode. This episode of Boardroom Savages is brought to you by the Joe Reyes Insurance Agency at Country Financial. As you work through life, you may find you need to protect what you value most. Whether that's your business, home, auto, or loved ones, Joe Reyes at Country Financial has a solution for you. As a Country Financial insurance agent, Joe Reyes is prepared to help you with insurance options to protect what and who you love. Visit joedoesinsurance.com or call 770-967-3190.
Through the universe, the universe, fell in love